Hey hustlers, welcome back to our channel. I'm Natalie.
DeMarco.
And we are back with episode 3 of Topic Thursday. And before we get started, we want to let you guys know that our t-shirt line is dropping this Friday at 12 p.m. Central Time. So if you guys are interested, make sure that you check us out. I'll be sure to leave the link down below so you guys can go check it out. And then also make sure you go check out our Instagram where you'll be able to see pictures of some of the shirts that are going to be dropping. And this is going to be our soft launch, so we're only dropping five t-shirts. So we'll post those on our Instagram, which is hustlersworld.co, so make sure you go check us out. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get straight to it. So the 2 topics that we have for today are the importance of your surroundings and what keeps you motivated. So I think we started with me last time. Yeah, we started with me. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with you. And then also, if you didn't catch our episode 1 or 2, I'll leave the link down below so you guys can go check it out. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started. So again, the importance of your surroundings.
Start with me. Well, I'll start by saying, to me, surroundings meaning the people you're around, the things you see, the controlling literally your environment, period. Like not just who you hang out with or it's literally like who you hang out with, who you talk to, what you see on TV, what you see on social media, like literally everything that surrounds within you. Like, and to me, the importance of it is high. Like determining your level of success type item to me. And I say that because it's like, so say for instance, if I have a negative joke or a negative and around me, like, and all they're talking about is how they hate this, or how they wish they could do this, or how I wish I could do this, or they telling you about your business saying like you can't do that, or I don't know, like that sounds too good to be true, or like you think people really go famous on YouTube, like you think that like it's just so hard, like, you know, like I just don't know, I just don't think you could do that, I just don't see you doing that. And it honestly just goes back to like just needing that positivity around you. I feel like the more positivity, the more people that you have around you that literally like pour into you, not saying financially, but just pour into you emotionally, spiritually, advice. Like, I mean, not all advice is good advice, but I always try to take at least a little bit from what everybody says and just put it into my own perspective. But just as far as having those people around you who genuinely like want to see you succeed and want to succeed themselves as bad as you want to, and so just having that around you and watching things on TV that's encouraging what you want to become, or watching or seeing things on social media that gives you motivation to like, dang, like, okay, like you may be sitting on the couch and then somebody may post something, a motivational speech or something, you're like, okay, let me get up, let me get off my butt or whatever. So literally everything that you put around your environment, that you see, hear, eat, I feel like what you eat has an effect on what you do. Because I mean, you can get rich, but you may not last long enough to see the riches.
But not even that. Like you said, with the food, it's like you may be eating junk food and that ain't gonna give you no energy to do nothing.
Yeah.
Because I feel like every time we eat bad, like all we want to do is just lay down.
But I think that's the sun.
You think so?
I think it's the heat.
Well, fast food and the heat and it just don't mix good. It's like it literally drains you.
Yeah.
And so I agree with that.
Yeah. So I mean that's basically all I have to say on that topic. Just I mean that your surroundings and what you surround yourself with, not even just people. I know some things are out of your control as far as what you're surrounded, depending if you do have a job and you do go to work. You know, you can't control your employees.
Yeah.
I mean, not your employees, but your coworkers being around you or whatever. Yeah. But you can allow your space. You can protect your space. Yeah. So you may have like somebody that's, if you at work, that's my biggest pet peeve. Like when I was in the military, like I hate it. Okay, so if I'm in a situation like when I stayed in the field for 2 weeks with no phone, no restroom, no showers, like we're just out in the field. And to me, the best thing to do in a situation like that is think positive.
Yeah. And
just hearing somebody every day, oh, I'm ready to go home. Oh, I hate it out here. Oh, it's so hot. It's just like, why? You're literally gonna make it miserable for not only yourself but for everybody. Because we have to listen to it. Hell, we all ready to go home. You know what I mean? But the biggest thing you can do is just like, let's just get it over with. Let's just knock it out and just try the best you can to keep that positive mindset to get through it. And I feel like that's what entrepreneurship too. Like, if you're on an entrepreneurship journey with a person, that person can bring you down as well as that person can bring you up. And I'm talking relationship wise. Yeah. So, you know, if you have somebody that you're in a relationship with and y'all both are in entrepreneurship, and she always talking about how she don't know if y'all gonna be able to do it, or he's saying he don't know if y'all gonna be able to do it. It's hard. It's so much. It's taking so long, you know, rather than having a partner where in down moments, you know, it's like, you know, you know, we gonna be good. Like it's just a temporary. Like I feel like all downfalls are temporary moments. There'll be moments where you feel really good and you feel really high, feel like everything's going good, and then you can feel like everything's going bad. Yeah. And when those things are going bad, your surroundings are important. That's when your surroundings come apart. Because if you have people surrounding you like that's uplifting, then you'll be able to crawl out of it. But if you have people that's like baby downers around you, and y'all may go and get drunk, but I mean, going and get drunk, it's not gonna do nothing. You may forget about it temporarily while you're drunk, but once you sober up, you're like, man, I'm still broke. You know, so it's definitely important. But I'm gonna pass the torch and let you.
Okay, so I feel like I basically agree with everything that you said. Like I really do. I guess maybe just adding to what you said, would basically be, I don't know, like I feel like for me, just basically, I feel like we need to surround ourselves with more like-minded people, and I think I said that last time. Yes. You know, just I don't know. I feel like there's.
How do you go about that? It's just like, I know you're successful, so come here. Come here, let's hang out.
How you do it?
Yeah, like,
maybe you know how we be going to. No, like okay, you know how we be going to look at them nice houses. We need to start going and knocking on the door.
No.
How you do it?
No.
How you do it?
What you do?
What you do?
No.
Where you work at? And no, but I mean, I guess it's just kind of like, okay, so like for example, your client, you know, your client Blake, like, you know, just, I don't know, I mean, we had planned to, you know, do something with him and, you know, we had planned to like, you know, do drinks and stuff, and I feel like that's how it gets started, and I feel like maybe, you know, we do that with him, and then, you know, eventually, like, I don't know, maybe he invite us somewhere and like, you know, other his friends are there, and I don't know, just kind of like networking is what, you know, we need, and that's basically the same thing, you know, surrounding yourself with people that are on the same mission as you, because like you said, being around people that, I don't know, like, I feel like a lot of the time I'm not necessarily surrounded by them, but I come across people that or you know, they want to do this, they want to do that, and it's like they come up with so many different things, but they never go for it. And so like and so like, you know, I might have something that I want to like, you know, like for example, like the nail polish stuff, like it's just sitting there and I want to go for it. And so maybe if I just hear somebody, I don't know, like somebody that kind of pushes you too.
Like, but I feel like you need somebody other than me.
Well, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you know,
cause I be on your head.
Okay, I know.
I feel like I get what you're saying as far as like you feel like that you need somebody that's kind of like, I feel like we need somebody that's above us. Cause it will, like, I feel like if we find people, like if say for instance we find all these, I mean we all have friends, and I feel like we're kind of, you know, on the same level. Yeah. And so it may keep you comfortable. Yeah. And so what you're saying is, I feel like, is that we need people that's like above us, and so it's like what
almost
you
like
doing?
a mentor,
not somebody that tell you like, how long you had that stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, you ain't released it yet.
Yeah.
You ain't promoted it yet. Yeah. You know, like just somebody that's, I guess, a little more
like an accountability partner almost.
Yeah.
And like you said, somebody just above us. I don't know. So I definitely feel like your surroundings play a huge part in it, of your success. And then even like you said, you know, the food you eat, the music you listen to, like you want to continue finding like stuff to grow your knowledge, you know, just trying to steady find things.
Because if you have a business, elevating your skincare business, how's listening to trap music gonna help you?
Yeah, and so exactly, and so remember, like for a while, like you got me into listening like all those motivational like speeches and stuff, and I like they had me on it, like
what?
Right. I promise, and I haven't listened to them like in a while, but like they really do help, like they really do. Yeah. And so I feel like, you know, just listening to stuff like that, like I said, it really do help. Right. Or even, I don't know, like lately, like throughout my whole workout, like I listen to like straight gospel music, like the entire time. And so, you know, it just kind of helps you. I feel like a lot of the time with my business, like my mind is just racing. And so it's like I almost can't concentrate on one thing. And so like just listening to like, you know, gospel music, it just kind of like calm me down and just, I don't know, help me focus. And so with, you know, other type of music, it's just, I don't know, it's like, can you even think, you know, with stuff like that?
And that's why I was going to say, that's why I feel like, I was going to say, the trap music is fine. I have nothing against trap music.
Everybody has their, you got to know when to turn it on and turn it off.
Because listening to trap music first thing in the morning,
it's going to make me want to go sell drugs.
Yeah, or that's just getting you hyped up for the day, or it may be like just getting you crunk for work, or I feel like that it's not allowing your mind to open and think about what you're doing for the day, or what you need to plan for the week, or like that's what I mean by that. I mean, if you listen to the music throughout the day, you know, maybe while you're working or however you want to do it, but definitely most importantly, the start of your day and the end of your day is to me the most critical moments, as far as like, to me that's my most spongy moments. Like if I listen to something or if I do something that's knowledgeable to me, it's best for me to do it in the morning or at night before I go to bed. Like when I was in school, I studied right before bed, because I knew if I woke up, I'd still be thinking about it, because that was the last thing on my mind before I went to sleep.
Yeah, but other than that, I think another like huge one that stuck out to me from what you said was the like in a relationship wise. I feel like that plays a huge role, because I feel like just from experience, it held me back from growing a lot. I feel like I would have been a lot, like if, like just say me and you had been together, you know, long ago, like I feel like both of our careers would have been took off a long time ago. You know, they would have been doing a lot better, just because, I don't know, like, we feed off of each other, you know, we motivate each other, we help each other a lot. And so I feel like in, you know, starting a business, like, yeah, it's not, you know, it's on you to you know, it's your business, so it's on you to do whatever you need to do, but just having that support and having somebody to just, you know, ask for suggestions, or, you know, whatever it might be regarding your business, like, it definitely do help a lot. For example, like, I feel like even during the summer, you know, last summer, like, I had a lot, like, that room was empty when we started talking.
What room?
The nail supply room. Was it empty?
No, it wasn't empty.
Okay, I had just started then. I had just started filling it up. And, you know, it's like the person that I was surrounded by, you know, I would say, like, I got to do this and I got to do that, and, you know, I want to release this line, and I, you know, like, I would, you know, just basically tell him, like, what my plans were, but not once did he ever say, like, oh, well, let me, you know, like, let's get started, you know, let me give you a hand, like, nothing. It was always just like, well, you know, like, let's go get a bottle, or let's go, you know, smoke this, or, you know, like, it was always just negative influence. And so I feel like it, you know, it pushed everything back for me. And I feel like, honestly, if we're honestly speaking, I feel like that's when everything for me just went, I wouldn't necessarily say it went downhill, but, like, as far as, like, my YouTube and, like, everything, like, it did, because I was so focused on trying to go have a drink, you know, trying to, you know, do this and the other. And so I feel like just having that negative influence, or just having that person around me, it messed up my focus, and it messed it up for a few months, and I'm still struggling, you know, trying to get back where I once was, as far as numbers, you know, as far as numbers. And so having you around, like, it, you know, it's helped. I feel like it's been a huge difference. And I feel like it's everything that I've ever imagined, that I ever wanted for myself and for my business. And, like, even with, like, the you gonna make me cry, but, like, even with the little room outside, you know, like, I used to always think, like, well, I told you, like, I used to be like, you know, we should turn this into an office, and, you know, like, we should put a computer here, and, like, you know, you help me edit my videos, and, you know, stuff like that. And, like, it never happened. And so, like, for me to see it, like, come to life, like, it really meant a lot to me.
And we did it ourselves.
Yeah, we did it ourselves. And so, like, it, you know, it just goes to show how much of an impact just having somebody supportive, like, has on each other, you know, on both of us. I know. On both of us, like, for sure. I feel like we've helped each other a lot, like, a lot. Sure. And I feel like in not even just business wise, but, you know, just, I feel like every aspect, like, we've
just growth period,
just, you know, just having somebody to push you.
Teamwork make the dream work.
Yep. So I guess that's my answer.
That's you? Alright.
So, but okay, so more of the story is more of the story as far as I go.
The relationship includes surroundings.
Yes. So when you're running a business, you know, when you're starting out, it's super important to surround yourself with the right people. And I feel like, I don't know, like, even, like, with family, like, yeah, your family help you out, but I feel like your partner is the person that has the biggest impact, because that's who you know, like, if you guys live together, like, that's who you're with all of the time. And so I feel like, and that
if y'all
person
don't live together, I'm pretty sure 9 times out of 10 y'all live together.
Exactly. And so I feel like they play the most important part, you know, of your success, because if they want to go kick it all the time, if they want to be laying around all the time, like, guess what you're gonna be doing? Laying around and going out all the time. So guess what ain't gonna get done? Your job. So that means you need to let them go. And
or, I mean,
look,
if you want to be aggressive, you can let them go quick. But I mean, not everybody understands the entrepreneur world, and so some people have to be. I feel like some people you have to, like, just kind of let them in a little bit on on the insides of it,
Mm-hmm.
especially from your standpoint as far as, with YouTube. I'm pretty sure a lot of people do not understand it. Like, especially if they started a YouTube and it didn't do good, and so that they started and did it for 2 months and then they stopped, and because it wasn't doing good and they weren't getting paid fast enough. So to a lot of people, it can be like, well, how she was able to get to the platform that she at now? Like, how was like she got lucky, and in which our actuality is not luck at all. Like, by far, like, you're not going to post 10 videos and then automatically just luckily, like, you end up with all these subscribers. If you go to her page, she has thousands of videos. And thousands of videos means what? It means consistency, right?
And that means thousands of hours.
Right,
that I've spent.
Exactly.
Because all my videos, like 30 to an hour.
She don't just record the video and just post it. She got to edit it. She got to make sure that it looks pleasing to you guys. And so, yes, exactly. And so, a lot of people don't understand it. And so, whereas, just how you just told me, like, like hours of editing, hours of this, hours of that.
And I'm not saying like they need the help, like, I'm not saying like you need to come and help me, do X, Y, and Z, but it's just, I mean, yes, like I would like to.
I mean, because it's like, if I could go to work with you and help you with your job, I would, but I can't.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to work there.
Yeah.
So it's like, but as a partner, I feel like a partnership, like, y'all there with each other through thick and thin. So it's like, just me, myself, I couldn't be at home with you and I see you working your ass off and I'm just like, chilling.
Let me know when you done.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I mean, everybody don't think like that. Everybody not like that. I get it. But in a partnership, you have to be a team, because at some point in your road to success, say for instance, if you were still with him and 10 years later and you're at the success you're at, you're going to feel like that you got there. There is no we. If he ever tries to say we, it'll almost be disrespectful. Or just a relationship period. Anybody that's been with somebody for X amount of years and they say, like, I got to this amount of success or whatever, and it's like, you didn't help me with anything. And so it's like, that's why I kind of, with some people like that do want to sign a prenup, like, that's understandable, because like, to me it's like, I created my business, and I feel like if you go into a relationship and you're an entrepreneur and that person works a job and you want to do a prenup, I feel like that you already feel like that they probably ain't gonna help you, and you know you're gonna be successful, and you know you're gonna get to a level of success, but you want that security, because it's like, dating an entrepreneur and being in work life can be a hectic relationship. Because whereas when you get off at 5, you think everything shuts down, but an entrepreneur may be in the back taking phone calls or doing stuff for their website or editing videos for content. Like, it's a non-stop job, and so but we get off topic.
I feel like we probably should have did, like, instead of just doing like in general, like surroundings. What was the question? The importance of your surrounding. We probably should have did like something like relationship, like, because I feel like that's.
But I mean, that's a surrounding.
I mean, but I'm saying like we should have made it like specific, because I feel like this, like, just the relationship.
That can be another topic. Could your relationship affect your success of your business?
Because we've said it does.
Stay tuned. That may be a topic. That may be a topic. So, topic 2?
Topic 2 is what keeps you motivated?
Let's take a pause.
Alright, Alrighty, we're back. So again, the question was, or the topic is, what keeps you motivated?
That's definitely self-opinionated.
Yeah.
That's different for everybody. But you want to start with you?
No, go,
Yes.
you go, because I don't know yet. I'm still trying to get my thoughts together.
What keeps me motivated? Her for sure. My son. So before my son, I was working, and what kept me motivated was, and still to this day, it was just the thought of my future, and what I wanted out of life. I always feel like I want more. Like I just always have that feeling like that there's more for me. Like I know that there is, and I believe that God has more in store for me as far as where I'll go and what I deserve and where I'll be in the next however many years. But for sure, the most important thing is I feel like having a why, like just literally putting down like your reason and never losing focus of that reason of why you're doing what you're doing. And I feel like that'll help you even in times where it's rough, because I just now I just think like like if I'm going through a tough time or if I'm struggling, I may get down or whatever, but at some point I get my motivation back, and I feel like that's the most important thing. And I get my motivation back because I think like like someday I'll be a husband, and someday I'll lead a family, and they're gonna look up to me, as far as even just as far as being a husband, being that what do you call it? What y'all be calling a macho man or whatever. I just always. I think I talked about this last episode. Like just that husband figure. Like I just always wanted that, and so just me making sure that when I get into that position, because to me that's a duty. And so when I get in that position, I just want to make sure that I lead properly, and just that when stuff do get tough, like I'm able to properly lead and show like to my wife and to my kids like that when stuff get tough, this is how it's supposed to go. Like we all go through tough times, and I'm not saying by far. Our kids like it's okay to cry, it's okay, because sometimes you need to get that out, but you also don't want to dwell in those bad times, because there will be another good time if you let it. Now if you stay in the bad time, then it's hard to say if you'll ever get out of it. And so like I said, I just feel like the biggest thing for me of staying motivated is looking at the role that I have to play, looking at what God has in store for me. Like just, sometimes like I just sit and think and just look at the person that I was, and look at where I've come, just as far as like from a kid. Like growing up, like I had like anger issues, like I would throw tantrums, like bad sportsmanship, like after a game, if I lose, I'm not shaking nobody's hand. We're walking down the line, I'm like this, don't touch me. And if I make a bad play in a game or basketball, if I foul out, I'm gonna go to the bench, throw a chair. Like it was bad, and so just to look at like the growth that I've come, like I feel like that keeps me going too, because it's just like, look how far you've come, and that's not even talking about my success. That's talking about me as a person, and just looking at like wow, like like
your mom probably be like, what happened?
For real, like literally, like everybody thought that I was gonna be that trouble child. Really? Like I stayed into something. Like I stayed getting in trouble at school. I think starting my third grade year, when I was in the third grade, I got suspended every year. I got suspended my third grade year, my fourth grade year, and my fifth grade year. and it was just like, wow, like, you know. and what got me was when I was in the 5th grade and I had to go to the middle school for in-school suspension, and that didn't sit right with me. Cause you know, when we was in middle school, when we was in elementary, them middle school kids was big.
Yeah, they were.
They was already their high school size.
Yeah.
And so I'm sitting in here, this little bitty boy. I'm sitting in this in-school suspension. I'm like this, cause I was smart. So I was done my work or whatever. I'm just sitting in there, and all these big kids looking at me. They like, what your bad ass do? And so. I just, and back to the topic, I just look at where I've come as a person. And sometimes, like I congratulate myself. And I feel like that's important. Like when you do something good, or you feel like something is an accomplishment, you ain't gotta tell nobody. Yeah. Just have a conversation amongst yourself, like, bro, you doing good. Like, I'm proud of you, like just me personally, like I quit my job, be 2 years in August, and like I just think about times when I first quit or whatever, and like my finances started getting little to none. There was times where my account was in the negative, like, and it was rough. Yeah. And just through those times, like, I'm here. Like, I'm still doing what I started out doing. Yeah. Like I didn't quit. I didn't go back to. I didn't even. I thought about it. Don't get me wrong. I thought about plenty of times getting a job, and it was just like I felt like if I did, I was giving up on myself. And so it was almost like once I, got through that moment, like my account was in the negative, but somehow I figured out something to pay my car note. Yeah. Like that was a positive part in my life. Like after I paid my car note, I may have $0, but like my car note got paid. My car note got paid, and so and that was positive for me. Yeah. And so it was like just like small moments like that kept me going, and then like it's like almost to me, like since I kept going, it's like, God, like, okay, let me reward him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a blessing to come that I didn't expect, to come. And it's just like, that was my biggest thing. It's like, because if it's to me, it's like, if I give up, what's going to happen? Well, I'm gonna stay on the streets. Where my son going to be at? When he come and see me, where, he going to stay in the streets with me? No. You know what I mean? And so it's like, I just look back on that, and that's overall what keeps me motivated. Yeah. My boo thing and my little night.
I think for me, I feel like it's a lot that motivates me. I think for sure, like one has been you as well. I'm not just saying that because you said that.
You sure?
Yeah. No, but I feel like I always, I have a problem with like, I don't know, like it's like I almost need, the type of person that I am, it's like I almost need that, I don't know if I would call it validation from others. And so I've always felt like I need to hear it. Like, I know actions speak louder than words. Yeah, reassurance. That's what I meant to say. I feel like I need a lot of reassurance. And I've always, like, my family, they're not the type that would tell you like, oh, you're doing so good, congratulations. Like, they're not that type. And so I always and it's because it goes back to they don't understand the whole genre of social media. Yeah. They on Facebook and Instagram, but it's like they just post their pictures of the family and go about their business. Yeah. But and so I feel like I always wanted that. And so I feel like you coming into my life and you're always like telling me how I'm doing so good, and like you always like just motivate me. And so like I feel like now like it's starting to be like, oh, like maybe, like maybe I am doing good. And so it just, keep me going for sure. I think another thing that just keeps me motivated is just being able to, I feel like through my YouTube, I feel like, I've been able to reach so many people, and just, people commenting under my videos or messaging me and just saying how much of an impact I've made, in their nail career. I feel like it just keeps me going. That, what else? And basically what you said is just growing up, I always wanted more. Like, I don't know why. Like, I always wanted just better. I wouldn't even just say better things, but I don't know why I was the one that wanted like the name brand stuff. And so I feel like a big part of it is I like nice stuff. And so I always knew that like I needed to work my ass off to live the life that I want to live, the lifestyle that I want. And so I feel like that always, like, if you want this, you gotta work hard. And so that's my way of like motivating myself. Like, I want my kids to not need any, like, cause growing up, of course, like my parents, like they didn't have, too much. And so I feel like I always looked at, I don't want to say that I envy others, but I used to almost be like, I wish I, like my parents could do that.
I mean, that's the regular kids.
Yeah, and and I was young.
I feel like all kids, like if they don't have the ability to have all of this. I mean, as a kid, like you're a kid, like you wish you could have that stuff too.
And so I feel like, growing up, I always like, dang, like I know my parents don't, got it, but I wish they did, cause I want, I want that too.
Like,
and so,
right.
And so I feel like I don't want my kids to go through that. Like, not that they gonna be spoiled or nothing, but, but I just wouldn't want my kids to ever feel the way that I feel, which not saying that I just had like a horrible childhood, because I still enjoy my childhood, but just being able to provide for my family as well is what motivate me, and my family just my parents just knowing how hard they work to for us to be in the position that we are now. Like it just it's almost like I had no choice but to be success, or not necessarily just successful and rich or anything, but which that's the goal, but it's just I couldn't be a bum. Like my parents worked so hard for to bring us here and to provide for us. Like we can't let them down. And so I feel like they definitely play a big role in just my motivation, and just even though they don't say it much, like I know that they're proud, and like you said, they don't really understand.
They just know
they don't know, right? Because like today, like literally today, my mom's like, she's like, how's your website doing? No, and she don't know what no, and she don't even probably know what I sell on there, or I mean she know, but. And so like they just don't understand. And I used to, this is a little off topic, but I don't know if I ever told you that, but it used to make me feel a certain way, because I remember one time she was cutting somebody hair, and they asked her like, how's your daughters doing? And she was like, oh, well, like the oldest one, like, she just graduated with her master's, and then, she's working for a school, and then the younger one, she's in college, and she's working on her bachelor what is it called?
What?
I was gonna say bachelorette.
Her bachelor's?
Yeah, her bachelor's degree, and she want to be a teacher, and then like I feel like with them, like she just would go on and on about what they did, what they've done, what they're doing, what they're gonna do, and then with me, she's like, oh, she's doing nails. And it's like, girl, and so, but like you said, I had to realize they don't understand like what it means for me to have almost 1 million subscribers, and like I remember like when I first heard her say that, like it hurt my feelings, and it's almost like I wanted to be petty and like be like, well shit, they might have this and that degree, but I'm making more money, like it's almost like I wanted to go there but it's like, okay, she, you know, like she don't understand, like she don't know, right, and like she don't, like, you know, she don't mean it with those intentions. She just really don't understand what it really means to, like I said, have close to 1 million subscribers, or you know, like they just don't understand.
Yeah. But have you ever sat them down and been like, yeah, I got money. Like, I'm almost, like, people look at me as like somewhat a celebrity. Like, I'm a semi-celebrity. Like, do y'all understand it? Like,
that's probably what I need to do.
Yeah, like, just be like, I mean, as far as like maybe explaining to them the social media world, like how people getting paid, like what are you doing to get paid? Like they know, like, oh, you went to Miami, like for a business, like, but how did that happen? Like that, you know, like just as far as like, I guess being more explanatory to kind of help them understand. Because if you think about it, I mean, like if I wasn't dating you, like I would be confused. Like I didn't know what's going on in the social media world. Like I ain't know nothing about. Like I knew.
You remember you messaged me that one time?
Yeah, but
I think you was just trying to holler at me.
I'm about trying to holler at you. But like, you know, like, I mean, if I just feel like if you're not surrounded with that environment, like you don't know about it. I mean, everybody knows that, but you know, people get paid from YouTube, but I mean, I never knew to what amount, to what extent, to how many subscribers you get to get paid this, or how many to get paid that. But I think that maybe breaking it down to them will kind of.
I feel like I would, but I wouldn't, because even like whenever, remember, like I told you, like when they do bring up like little stuff here and there, I'm just kind of like. but the way that they bring it up is almost like if I was to come to them and say basically what you said, like yeah, don't realize like I'm damn near like a celebrity. Like I feel like if I was to say that, something like that to them, like, you know how much my family played, and they'll be trying to say stuff like, oh, here comes the celebrity, like, you know that's, so it's like I'd rather just like let them say whatever they say, and like it is what it is. And so like it almost just make me, but even that, like even just that just keeps me motivated to like just keep going harder, and just basically, you know,
they'll understand one day.
yeah. And so
that makes sense. I
guess that's it. I feel like
that was a good talk.
Yeah, it was.
I liked today's topics for sure. Those were some topics that kind of hit home for me. But I guess we'll go ahead and end this one.
Yeah.
And,
what if maybe next Thursday we do it live?
Live on what?
On YouTube. And so I feel like we basically still have like the same, you know, like the same everything, except for we would be live and people would be able to chime in. And then even if they don't chime in, like, you know, we'd still be able to upload it and everything like normal.
I want to promo that for more than a week.
Well, just whenever. Maybe the first.
Y'all look out for that.
Maybe the first like weekend, the first Thursday in August, maybe, or second. It don't matter. But I feel like that would be good to be able to, like, you know, be able to just interact with, personal, just more personal, and just kind of see what, like, feed off of what they have to say.
We making set up the phone, go live on Instagram and stuff too.
Okay. But yes, so that was it for today's topic. Again, our two topics were the importance of your surroundings and what keeps you motivated. So we will see you guys next Thursday. We'll have some more interesting topics, and then just a little reminder that our shirts will be available on tomorrow, which will be Friday.
No, tomorrow's not Friday.
I know, but when they see this video it'll be Thursday.
Okay.
So the t-shirts will be available tomorrow at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure you go check us out. And as we mentioned earlier, we are gonna have 5 designs. So make sure y'all go check them out. And follow us on Instagram.
And thank you for everybody who's been watching,
yes,
who's been commenting. We appreciate all of you. We hope that we continue to be able to be of some sort of inspiration or help motivate you to keep going through your entrepreneurship journey as well.
And then we're also working on, of course, bringing more content to the channel other than just the Topic Thursday. We want to start I know I'm working on one right now, or trying to jot down some ideas of like the one I told you about, like the how to get started with starting your own business. And so we're gonna just bounce ideas back and forth and just bring a lot more topics and content to you guys. But anyways, we will see you guys next time. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram at hustlersworld.co, and we will see you guys next time.